It's another exciting episode of AM2R, the Let's Play.
I'm excited for it.
And we're joining Samus on her adventures in AM2R land.
Also known as SR338.
That's the one. Thank you, I forgot for a second. I'm gonna kill these guys with the... There we go, I love doing that. Alright, so this room's pretty well done. There are a couple doors that we could go into. I don't think we've been in here. According to the map, no we have not. Oh, well.
And there's a reason why.
Yep. So just another one of these things.
I think you can find a way to kill it easily.
Yeah, I kind of broke the AI on that one. But you know, whatever. Whatever makes my job a little easier. Now I am the Metroid.
You have become Metroid. Oh, so this is the area that we were at last time, and we're like, how did we get over there? Did you forget you had a spider ball there?
A little bit, yeah. Where does this go?
Oh, Samus is in the pipe.
She can jump back out, though. I'm gonna try that.
Jeez.
Wicked.
She's very constricted there.
She's she's smaller than you might think, according to Other M, anyway.
You mean AM2R?
No, Other M said that she's like 4 foot something, didn't it?
Well, did she? I thought that we had determined that canonically she's like 6'3" or something.
Yeah, well, that's according to Super Metroid, I'm pretty sure, but, you know, that's the better game, so of course. But yeah, Super Metroid said like she's like 6'3", 6'5", but Other M said that she's 5'4" or something weird like that.
Which is absolute BS because Samus is like an Amazon.
Samus
She should be treated as such.
You know, sure, Amazon, she's really big, sure.
No, she's a warrior,
weird.
man. Whoa.
Ooh.
Hello. Okay.
Wow, this is cool.
Woo! Samus is going around.
That was cool.
That was a neat mechanic right there to be like.
Yeah, this is such a unique thing. Never seen it before in any other Metroid entry. Something like this doesn't even exist in Metroid Prime.
Well, I think it's because maybe they figured it's going to be too much of a pain in the ass to program, and the players like have to time it just right.
It seemed. Oh, hello.
Oh,
it
no.
seemed fairly.
Oh, what is that?
Oh, that's the wave beam. That's the wave beam. Now we can go through solid objects.
And that looks just like a face to me. A face with a big thing in the front. Whoa.
Cool. Do I shoot 3? No. Oh, we shoot
You
2.
do. Yo, you shoot 2 big ones.
Yeah, I shoot 2 big ones. You know, I'll accept it.
Damn, that wave beam looks pretty badass.
So you've never played any of the other Metroids, just Metroid Prime, right?
No, I played Super Metroid myself.
Oh, right. It's just that the wave beam does not behave in Metroid Prime like it does in any other Metroid series. Or Metroid entry, I should say.
Whoa. That thing got obliterated.
Yeah, I mean, like, with the wave beam, some fights actually get a little unfair. In my favor, so I'm not going to say no. Like, I could just camp right here.
Maybe they designed it to be like that, to be like, oh, these guys giving you trouble, just wave beam the wall.
Man. Oh yeah, I could just do this.
Huh.
Neat.
I wonder if there's a boss in this game that actually is designed around hiding behind walls.
It would be completely pointless with the wave beam.
No, because the point being, like, if they actually hit you, it would do a huge damage or something like that, so you need the wave beam to damage them safely. I mean, I'm no game designer, but if I'm going to be considering like a special ability like that, I definitely have to make an enemy or a boss that focuses around the characteristics of that beam, you know?
Well, they tried that, I think, in Metroid Other M, where, if you remember that at all, they put us in a glass box, and the only way to fight was with the wave beam, and we didn't have the wave beam at the time, so we had to wait for Adam to authorize it.
Which was a dumb frickin' mechanic in all levels.
She already had her weaponry, but she wasn't allowed to use it because the man said so.
that game just had a lot of things going wrong with it, but do you wonder sometimes if Nintendo actually knows about that? They know they screwed up?
Oh, of course. It's one of the reasons, I think, why they were so hesitant to make another Metroid game at all. And then, like, they exacerbated the issue by coming out with something like Metroid Federation Force, a game that no one likes. Although, this is a new recording, and the thread has gone on a couple times saying, I hope, like, you actually get used to the game, or that you enjoy it a little bit, because it's not as bad as most people would tell you. And, as of this recording specifically, we haven't gone back to Federation Force yet. So, I'm not exactly holding out hope.
Well, the thing is that they specifically said that it's good when it comes down to the shooter level and mechanically. But, you know, that's not really... I don't think people are buying the game for the mechanics of the shooter. They're buying the game partly for the story, too. Or at least...
It's impressive that... Well, you first.
No, I was going to say, or at least for the effect of playing like Samus or playing Metroid, because otherwise, just go... You know, there's plenty of other shooters out there, you know? Not on the 3DS, but even so.
I was going to say, it's really impressive that Metroid has such an engaging story in the first place. Like, just most of the gameplay isn't really story-focused. It's just, you're Samus, you landed on a planet, blow it up.
Well, I think it's because this is, you know, this comes from the school of game design that basically is just designing the game and letting the game itself tell the story. Or you create your own story, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
I think what's going on, you know, what happened, and maybe this is a detriment to games in general, but storytelling in games has become a little bit weaker in terms of just saying, well, let's rely on cutscenes and voice work and all that. Nothing wrong against that if it's done well, but, you know, sometimes they think that's a good substitute for making engaging gameplay. And instead of saying the game tells a story, it's just the story tells a story, which is really not what you want from a game because it's an interactive medium where you can tell your own story by the way you play.
Right. I think I'm done on this side. Yeah, I do agree, like, in the sense that, well, I suppose it comes down to, like, what the artist intended. Like, some people, like, they make games, like, I don't know if you watch Game Grumps or Ego Raptor a lot, but lately he's been going on about how he doesn't really like the game Uncharted or any of its entries, mostly because it's not like a game. It's, according to him anyway, it's more just like a 3D movie that goes on for, like, 16 hours.
Well, I think I have never played Uncharted, so I can't make a judgment call on that, but I do get the sense of what he's talking about when it turns out that a game is not a game anymore, it's an interactive story, like he was saying.
Right.
And there's like a loss of challenge, a loss of what makes a game, but, you know, like, if we look at something like this, like AM2R, it's very clearly a game that, you know, doesn't try to change what it is. It's a game where you're playing as Samus Aran, you're going around this space station, or the planet, sorry, and you are just trying to kill some Metroids, and you're using your own skill and your own abilities to try to do what you can, based on the game's rule. But something like, say, Other M, or even Federation Force, I mean...
The high jump.
It's light on the story, but I think it's worse for that. Oh, now here are the high jump boots.
So now we can jump higher. Whoa, really high. Jesus.
Jeez, yeah, and there's no real response time. You just jump up there. Oh, hey, you found a secret zone.
Oh, here we are.
An energy tank. And a missile. For the high jump boots you just got.
We're on the other side of that wall.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about the idea that games have lost the fact of being a game and it's become more of an attractive movie.
Oh, yeah. Other M symbolizes pretty much everything that's wrong with that pretty well. I don't know, I could keep ragging on it, I suppose.
No, I mean, but here's a good question. What makes a game in terms of, like, what, say, is the difference between, Other M and something like this? I mean, the difference, they're both about running and gunning and shooting and jumping and doing whatever. And this one is light on the cutscenes, but it still has them. Is it a question of challenge? Is it a question of how twitchy your gameplay can be? Is it a question maybe of just how you see the character and going, yeah, I can identify with this character even though I don't know anything about them?
I suppose it depends on... I think there's a sweet spot to it. If you tell too much story and don't let the game tell the story, then at that point, are you a game or are you a story? If you tell too little story, then are you a story or are you a game? If you, I don't know, it's just seems like a kind of a difficult spot to hit, at least nowadays, because audience retention is kind of an important issue with some game developers. And, what is this at? What?
That's a little poof. Jet of water just spiking us straight up.
Well, alright then.
Can you go back down?
But,
oh,
I can.
there you go. Yeah, you have to just pop the lid off. But okay, look, I can understand your point about audience retention, because it definitely is, like, gaming has evolved. For better or for worse, it's definitely evolved, and what is a game has changed expectations. But, at the same time, you do have people who still, who still design or play games and say they have a very good idea of what a game is. And it's not an interactive movie. Oh, here's a Metroid. This is that place where you passed before.
I believe so, yeah. There he is. Oh,
Can
wow.
you shoot him with your wave beam?
Yeah, he's pretty blind. Nope. Nope, nothing.
Nah. Gotta use concussive missile. Nice, you schooled those two so far.
Yeah, they're getting pretty easy to handle. So that's a good point to bring up about games, like the fact that you can experience growth yourself as the player. The more that you play the game, the better you get at it. But whereas in some games where they let the story take control, I think Metroid Other M is like a really good example of this. It does, like, you don't find any upgrades. You're just given to them. Do you experience any sort of growth? Do you, as a player playing the video game, do you walk away from that with any sort of feeling of accomplishment or growth or any of that sort?
Or the idea of discovery, right? Like, I just found the high jump boots, fuck yeah! Instead of being like, oh, there they are, all along.
Yeah, or you're just being given to them, like you're being a consolation, being given a consolation prize, or you're being told that you win just because, or something like that.
You can go left here, it seems.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Because here's my point, like, regarding, but here's a counterpoint I have, I guess, regarding stories in games, because games can tell a story that other media could not. I'm thinking really well here about, not really well, but I'm thinking more important. Oh, is this a boss? He has nothing.
Yeah, it looks like a boss. I mean, yeah, the door just locked, so.
Hey, Chozo. You have to probably... Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, there he goes.
Oh.
Oh, this guy. I don't know his name, but he was in Metroid Fusion.
Well, he's got a log entry, so read it.
Arachnus.
Wait, attacking with anything else will just agitate it?
Bombs might be able to propel it in the state. Okay.
Alright.
At least high volt. Oh, so I have to use the morph ball to knock it into the thing. Okay, so try this. Alright, maybe not. So, it looked like he's flashing yellow when I shoot him.
Yeah, I think that's damaging him. It's just that when he enters that state of, like, the ball, you have to drop a bomb and it'll make him stop. But you're damaging him now because it's high voltage energy, it said.
Oh, this
there he goes. Man, that hurts.
There we go. We got something. Alright, progress. Sonic boom.
Wow, he swipes fast. You should probably jump over him when he does that.
Maybe I should use missiles.
It said it didn't hurt him. Only high energy voltage will do it, it said.
Alright, there he goes.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm about to die.
No, you have 174. You can do this. I believe in you, Samus.
That's hard to react to. Alright, here it comes. Oh, no.
Whoa.
Oh, came right back.
Bouncing fireball. Jeez, man, you're getting wrecked here.
A little bit, yeah.
There you go.
Alright. Is that it? Oh, just barely.
Oh man, that was a tough fight.
Yeah, a little bit. Was not expecting.
But he dropped the super missile.
Got the super missiles. No, spring ball.
Spring ball. Press A and morph ball. I never heard of this.
Spring ball. It was in Metroid Prime 3, mostly by necessity because. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I'm
Use
lying.
it.
Anyway, it wasn't.
Get out of here from upstairs. From up.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is what it does. You just jump.
It just bounces.
Yeah. Like, this was in Metroid Prime 3, and I know that you played that, and this is the exact same thing.
Well, I actually didn't play all the way, so I'm shameful.
Well, it didn't. It wasn't a thing all the way. You just got it. You just had it at the start of the game.
Oh, I never really bothered to try spring ball.
You have a lot of homework to do.
No. I know that if you wiggle the Wiimote, it just jumped up in the air, but I didn't realize that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. Well, so to bring the discussion back to what makes a game, because there was one example I wanted to use that talks about how games can be a game, and it tells a story that no other medium could. And specifically, I'm thinking of Spec Ops: The Line.
Okay.
The idea here, huh?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like, I played the game.
Yeah, the idea here being that this is a game that forces you as the player to do some pretty heinous stuff, while at the same time, like, saying this is a game. You know, it's not. This is like what war is, and the character, yeah, sure, he's acting under your control, but at the same time, like, it's part of the story that you have to experience what he's experiencing, and that would not work with any other medium, I don't think.
It's only a game, right?
Well, so they say, but I mean,
Yeah,
the whole point is exactly that. I think the whole point is to question it. To be like, is this what war is? Is this what when we play games, are we normalizing our impulse to violence, you know?
I don't know, like, I understand what it is that they were trying to get across with Spec Ops, but I don't know if, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. It just seems kind of rude, I guess, to sort of force that on the player. I mean, they did the entire time tell you that if you wanted to stop, if you didn't want to go through with all of that, then, like, you could have just turned the game off. But then that defeats the purpose of the game. And also, if that was your argument, then why did you charge me $60 to play it?
No, but I mean, there is a question here of saying, don't forget that these developers were not. I mean, I think they are anti-war to begin with, but I think the point is that they're made to make a war game. Oh, hey, this is the thing again.
Yeah, still don't know what it does.
Do we have to spring ball it?
No, nothing.
We'll see soon. Oh, nice catch. But, you know, they were made to make the game, and then, you know, clearly they were like, oh, you want us to make a war game? Well, we'll show you what a war is, you know? And I think that was done on purpose slightly, but, you know, the fact is that they are artists, and even if an artist makes a thing that says, this is horrible, why are you playing it? You know, it's still work. It's still something they should be compensated for, you know?
Well, okay. But, like, you do see where it is I'm coming from, right?
Yeah, another environment. Where do we go to now? Oh, the breeding grounds.
No, this is the same breeding grounds. I mean,
it said it added new material.
Oh, did it?
It updated the log entry, yeah.
Let's take a look. There it is. I don't see anything different.
Well, it says logbook updated, so I figured that they must have done it something. They must have updated. Maybe they updated slightly the description.
Maybe.
To say, like, there are Metroids here.
Man, the high jump boots kind of make it a little difficult to get around, just because I'm not used to my arc yet.
Yeah, pretty soon you'll be speedrunning this stuff. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I see him. Ow.
Take him out.
There we go. These are getting a little simple.
Well,
but,
now that you have more space to jump around with this, so... The other ones you had like a number of missiles and they were just kind of charging you straight and you're like, ah!
But we still have 46 more to go, and I played Metroid Fusion, and I know what is to come, and these Metroids, they get, like, those are Metroids. You don't expect them to be Metroids. They don't look like Metroids, but those are Metroids.
Well, because Metroid has that shape.
And they continue to evolve, and they start to look fucked up eventually. And
oh, yeah.
I know what it is to expect, but I don't know how to fight them.
Well, I'm pretty sure you're going to be given items that kind of have that. They show you how.
So which way do you want? Left or down?
Let's go left. Let's keep
Let's go left.
exploring horizontally and then go vertical. Wow, okay. Talk about vertical.
It's just showing off a little bit. So yeah, I'm assuming that another one's going to be here.
Maybe another level, maybe another type of Metroid. This is a huge area after all.
Oops. Man, this is big. Oh, there it is. There's no way I'm going to get the first shot here. More of this. I mean, good on AM2R for emulating what the traditional Metroid 2 experience is, but still, this is kind of boring. I mean, this is they were working with what they had for the Game Boy, but this is not on the Game Boy. But still, like that seems kind of like a rude criticism, considering like their goal was to recreate Metroid 2, and then they're succeeding.
Are you?
And I'm I'm trying to blame them for something that the Game Boy had no control over.
Are you calling me that? Do you mean the fight's boring? Like the fact that we're hunting?
Yeah.
Down?
Well, just the fact that like we're only fighting the Alpha Metroids, and they only do one thing over and over, and I've figured out how to beat them.
I think it's because this is still the beginning of the game, and they're gonna get progressively more difficult as we go. It'd be interesting to see two Metroids at once, like one is of a lower level, and then one of a more advanced one. So you have to change up your tactics.
Man, where are we? This place is fairly large.
These are the breeding grounds, and the breeding grounds need room.
Oops.
Oh, there he is.
That one looks like he has legs.
Oh god, is he gonna skitter around like a spider?
Maybe. Who knows? Is this the end of the line? Looks like it.
Well, there's two left. This is one of them.
Yeah, he definitely has legs.
He's got little... What the fuck are those? Are those sides, actually? Oh, there's no update. No screen to... No log entry to be like, hey, this is an updated Metroid.
I think this is actually pretty clever on the artist's part to show that it's trying to evolve into something more. I think. Like, I know we still have Beta, Gamma, and Omega Metroids to go, and the Queen Metroid.
So you think this is just like the artist's way of saying, like, hey, this is one of the last alphas you're gonna fight.
Yep,
and you're gonna fight some tougher Metroids soon.
Yep, we're gonna be fighting Betas soon. Or at least that's what I think. So, may as well just get that last square.
Fill it in. There you go.
Yeah, so that's... I think... So, you notice how, like, these areas are the same teal?
Yeah.
Teal color. I think that might be, like, they're trying to say that it's the same breeding grounds sort of thing.
It's the same zone
like
considered the breeding grounds.
Yeah, every... Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, dear me.
Okie doke. Oh, he's really big. Oh, God. Oh, he's shooting stuff. Oh,
Time
Lord.
to read up on him. The Gamma Metroid.
Negative charges. Okay, so it absorbs attacks and then shoots them back.
The membrane containing the nucleus remains vulnerable. The legs are not usable for locomotion. They can use to capture prey and trade. Okay, so basically stay the hell away from it.
Okay, so same deal, I guess. Just shoot it in the soft underbelly.
Yeah, but don't get too close to it. It's absorbing your energy. I mean, it'd be kind of a dick move if they actually healed from doing that. But then again, that's what they would do.
Man, this thing is ugly. I love it.
See, why didn't other M have stuff like this?
They tried. Do you remember Teenage Ridley?
Ugh. Don't remind me of Great Blizzard.
Takes a lot of hits.
It says it absorbs weapons energy to fire that beam, but I don't get it. I mean, not that I don't get it. Rather, I don't see it absorbing your beams because you're shooting missiles.
Alright, one of us is gonna die pretty quick.
Ugh, God, but every time it swipes at you, that was a very close one.
Yeah, alright, so just as I was saying that these fights are starting to get boring, they really mix it up well.
Yeah.